Ground ball foul. About a foot outside the foul line down third base. Ball goes all the way out, so the left fielder will gather it up and throw it in. If you're just now joining us, we're in the top of the first inning. Game 2 here on KSVPTV.com. As the Goddard Rockets playing the Academy Chargers here in Game 2 of Day 2 at the Sal Puentes tournament. Here's the pitch from Raker. Swung and fouled out of play on the right side this time by Campos. So the count remains 2-2. Goddard fell yesterday in a pitcher's duel to the Rio Rancho Rams, the number 4 ranked team in 4A. And Coach Alvarado said just couldn't get that final hit. He thought they left maybe 10 on base yesterday, and just a good pitcher's duel, and they fell to Rio Rancho. That's how they ended up here. That ball fouled off to the right side again by Campos, out of play. So Rio Rancho will play Carlsbad this evening in the final game at 5:30, and Sandia will play at the 3 o'clock game against La Cueva, who defeated Artesia yesterday. Artesia falling in the game 1 today to Cleveland, the number 4 ranked team in 5A. The Bulldogs fell, so they'll play tomorrow morning at 10. Here's the pitch, inside, ball 3. So that takes the count full. So the Bulldogs and the Rockets play tomorrow morning at 10, regardless of what the Goddard Rockets do in this game. If they win, they play at 10 in the Consolation Championship game against Cleveland. If they fall to Academy, they'll take on Artesia in the 7th, 8th place game on the JV field at 10. So either way, Goddard will play at 10 in the morning. Here's the pitch, curveball high and tight, ball 4. Good at bat there for Campos as he got out 0-2, but then battled back, fouled off some, and took 4 balls mixed in. So he trots down to first base with 1 out.
Batting pit, number 18, Michael Patais.
Not sure what the Academy coach stepped out and talked to the umpire for a minute. I thought he was making a change. He's not. All right, so Michael Matheson steps in. Number 18 for the Rockets with the runner Campos over at first base. Here's the pitch, swinging and a miss. Ball kind of tailing away from him, and he got a good cut at it, but come up empty, did Matheson. 1 down, we're in the top of the first inning. Goddard leading 2-0 after Holloway sent one out of the park with Stokes down at first. Here's the pitch, swinging and a pop fly, right side in foul territory. The catcher has room, and he overrun it, kind of fell backwards trying to make the catch. It is breezy, so that makes them high pop flies hard, and it does fall to the ground. So it's just a foul ball strike for Michael as he trots back down to pick up his bat and get back in the batter's box on the right side. On deck is number 7, Cameron Brown, the second baseman, and in the hole, the center fielder, number 3, John Silva for the Rockets. Defense playing pretty much straight away, although a little deeper out in left field than in center and right. Infielders playing straight away up the middle, double play depth. Holding over at first base is the first baseman. That pitch just missed. Ball 1, so 1-2 now the count to Matheson. Just missed off the plate on the outside edge with a fastball. So Satish Raker steps back on. He's in the set and the pitch. Swinging in a fly ball in the infield. And the shortstop will come on and make the play. That's McNanny for out number 2 on the infield pop fly. So Goddard still has a runner down at first base, as of course he held up in Matthew Campos. And stepping in will be number 7, Cameron Brown for the Rockets. On deck, John Silva, and in the hole, Abraham Vandenberg. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's a base hit to the right side. Good seeing eye single, and Campos will hold up at second base as the right fielder Olsen came in pretty quick on the hard hit and scooped it up. So nice single there, 2-out single between first and second for Brown, and that'll bring number 3, John Silva, to the plate. John playing out in center field for the Rockets, and he's batting in the 7 hole today. On deck is Number 8 hitter Abraham Vandenberg and the number 9 hitter Porter Wakefield in the hole for the Rockets. 2 down, 2-0 Rockets, top of the first, and the pitch. Checked the swing on a pitch that just missed outside. The Academy folks wanted that one to be a strike, but just missed away. And the Academy coach must have said something because the umpire looked over to the dugout and pushed his hand outside, indicating just a little too wide. Runners both get pretty good leads. Pitch is down the middle this time, called strike 1 on Silva. Fastball there from Raker. So he'll step back on in the stretch. Campos gets a lead at second, Brown at first. Brown's pretty big lead over there. Nobody holding him on. Here's the pitch. Did not chase, low and away, ball 2 to John Silva. Yesterday we were having all kinds of problems, technical problems. The power went out a couple times during the Goddard game. The internet wasn't seemingly working correctly. We ended up having to go off air. I'll tell you about the rest. That pitch down the middle, called strike 2. Goddard kind of groaned because he called it late, but it was down the middle, lower half, I guess. Goddard folks thought it might have been a little too low, and a late call also got the groan. As umpire took a second to make up his mind. 2-2 the count now to Silva as he steps back in. Anyway, today we were having the same problem before the Bulldog game. Couldn't get the internet to stay on, and as a last-ditch resort, I said maybe we change the cable between our internet source and the computer. Here's the pitch, low. Ball 3, that runs it full to Silva. And so with 2 outs and a full count, the runners will be off and running. So I did. I changed the cable between our internet and our computer, and it's been working ever since. So I think we just had a bad cable. Hopefully we're still on and everything's going good. All right, here's the payoff pitch. Runners off and running. Swung on. Just fouled down the right side as it got between the first base and the Goddard first base coach over there in a hurry for foul ball strike. Everything will go back to where they were at as the runners go back to first and second, and they gather that ball out of the right field corner and toss it in to the first base coach for the Rockets. So full count, Silva steps back in. Raker looking at his dugout for the pitch. And now he's in the stretch ready to go on the rubber. He'll come set, rounds the catcher, sets up right in the middle, and the pitch. Right down the middle, fouled off again to the right side, now to play this time for Silva. So a good at bat here for John Silva as he's 2-4, he's into his 8th pitch now. He's fouled off 2 the last 2. Full count stays in place. The runners go back. Campos to second and Brown to first. Now they'll get their leads again and go off running on this pitch. And they go. Here's the pitch. Swung on and got him swinging. Good fastball. Silva just come up empty. But the Rockets do some damage there in the top of the first. They get 3 hits and 2 runs. There were no errors, and there were 2 runners left on base as we head into the bottom half of the first inning. McNanny, Raker, and Delaney coming to the plate, 2-0.
Every piece of land has a story, written by those who work it. But everyone's story is different. So the question is, how will you tell yours? Behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor, mower, or Gator utility vehicle. Run with us and start telling your story today.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Attention high school students and parents of high school students. Do you want to visit Eastern New Mexico University from the comfort of your own home? Then plan on attending the ENMU Virtual Open House on Saturday, April 20th, starting at 10 a.m. You can get a virtual tour of campus, talk virtually with current students, and win great prizes. Sign up today at enmu.edu/open house. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success. That's what we're about.
Welcome back here to the ballpark in Rio Rancho. Goddard out in the field now, bottom of the first inning, and the throw down going to be done by the catchers Cinco Holloway. The pitcher, his battery mate, is number 24, Ryan Alsop. In the defense, Porter Wakefield in left, John Silva in center, Abraham Vandenberg in right, Matthew Campos at third, Ross Stokes at short, Cameron Brown at second base, and Michael Matheson down at first. And so the first batter coming in is number 6, Mark McNanny, the shortstop. And he'll step in to face Alsop for the first at-bat. Here's the pitch right down the middle with a fastball called. Strike one on McNanny. It may be McNaney. It doesn't have two ends. Second pitch, ground ball. Shortstop Stokes comes up, catches it on the first hop, throws it over. Actually on the second hop, and that is out. Number 1 on the routine ground out. 6-3 the play. And that's one out. Stokes to Matheson.
Like number 2-0.
Coming to the plate will be number 17. Racher is how he said it, so I'll say it as well. I've been saying Raker. Racher at the plate, bats from the left side. The pitcher, right-hander, down the mound, but batting from the left side, steps in to face Alsop. Here's the wind and the pitch. Just missed off the outside corner. I was about to say strike one, but I waited. Trying to get better at that. Because I'm not the ump. I'm just the guy calling it. Second pitch, also missing. Ball 2 to Racher. On deck is Matthew Delaney, and in the hole, Ryan Williams for the Chargers. One out here in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 3. Here's the wind and the 3-0. Called strike one on the inside corner. Good fastball. And the pitch. Swung on. Rope up the middle for a base hit. Silva out there will catch it on about the 4th ground bounce to him. And so Sacher puts it in play and gets a 1-out single up the middle. And that'll bring number 10, Matthew Delaney. And then we're going to have a courtesy runner, number 8, coming in for the pitcher, Racher, I'm sorry. So that'll be number 8, Aiden Shum, coming into courtesy run. So Shum down at first, and Delaney will step in on the right side to face Alsop for the first time. He's the tying run if he can get around and in. First pitch away for ball 1. Alsop working very quickly here on the hill for the Rockets. And here's he set, like takes a peek over and to the plate, bounces it up there, ball 2. So 2-0 now the count to Delaney. Here's the pitch. Bounces it up there again. Ball 3, so 3-0 now. As Ryan Alsop, the pitcher, will have to bear down here and try to put one down the middle. Delaney, the 3-hitter in the lineup, probably still has a red light with the runner down at first base. And the pitch. Called strike one, caught the inside half. So 3-1 now. The count to Delaney. Holloway gets the pitch out quickly. He sets up right in the middle. And the pitch. Ground ball, chopper to the second baseman. He scoops it, hands it, tosses it to throw over, not in time. It'll get by Matheson at first, and the runner will turn and go into second, and he's safe. Boy, that was close. Good play there by Matheson. And Stokes out there at shortstop as he almost got the play, but it is an error on the throw. So the runner at second out. But the runner, so Shum out at second base, but the runner, Delaney, gets to first and then moves over to second. And there's a line drive out to center field. Silva started backing up. Now he'll come in, and that will be out number 3. So they do get a hit, but then no runs, one Rocket error, and one runner left on base. We'll be back after this timeout. 2-0, top of the second coming. We'll
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today and let our fully licensed pest control professionals start working for you and your family. Find us fast in names and numbers. Call 623-5344, serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
You may have heard the rumor that Wakefield Oil at 311 South Virginia in Roswell is being sold. We would like to clear this up by letting you know that Wakefield Oil has been passed to the second generation, and we intend to grow Wendell Wakefield's legacy. So stop by 311 South Virginia in Roswell and let us show you that the traditions of service are still as strong as the day we opened. Wakefield Oil, continued service since 1983.
All right, coming to the plate for the Goddard Rockets, number 19, Abraham Vandenberg. He's the right fielder for the Rockets, batting in the 8 position. The 9-hole, number 6, Porter Wakefield, the left fielder, on deck. And then we're back to the top of the order, number 2, Ross Stokes, the shortstop, in the hole as Vandenberg steps in on the right side. Here's a pitch from Racher. Swung on, fly ball out to center field. Center fielder's going to have to come in quickly, which he does. Lasky flying in from out there in center field and makes the play on the little pop fly in shallow center. And now it's out number 1 on 1 pitch, which will bring Porter Wakefield to the plate. Number 6 playing in left field for the Rockets. He'll step in, and Racher from the windup takes a look into his catcher, Joseph Rounds, gets the pitch, and here's the wind and the pitch. High, ball 1. Citrine, Lasky, and Olson left to right. Williams, McNanny, Gallardo, and Delaney third to first with Rounds catching Racher. There's a pitch. That's down the middle. Called. Strike 1 on the fastball. So 1-1 now to Wakefield. On deck is the top of the order, shortstop, number 2, Ross Stokes. And in the hole, the pitcher, number 24, Ryan Alsop for the Rockets. Here's the wind and the pitch. And that's just misses on the inside. Academy wanted to call strike, but called a ball. So 2-1 now to Wakefield. These are the number 7 and number 1 teams in 4A clashing here. That ball's high, ball 3. As Goddard was ranked number 1 at the beginning of the week, and Academy number 7 in Class 4A. Ball blowing out to left field. Or the wind, I said the ball. Here's the pitch, swing and a foul ball back into the right side of the net for strike 2. So a full count now to Porter Wakefield. Tough tournament up here in the South Puentes Rio Rancho baseball tournament. It's all top 10 ranked schools, 3 4As and 5 5As. Here's the pitch, swung on, fouled off once again, out of play. So Wakefield staying alive. He's now seen 6 pitches, fouled off 2 of them, and has a full count. Racher back from the windup. And Rounds gets him a signal, sets up right in the middle. Here's the pitch. He hits it, and that's called strike 3 as Wakefield unable to pull the trigger. So he struck out looking. And that'll get 2, that'll be the second out, and that'll bring to the plate number 2, Ross Stokes. Stokes roped one over the shortstop's head for a single. He's 1 for 1. And then he scored as Holloway hit one over the left field fence. So he's had a run scored, and he's 1 for 1. Here's the pitch from Racher. Bounces it up there, ball 1. Bright sunny day here with this cloud, a few white clouds floating around, but nice and sunny. But that wind, that breeze, and we're in the shade, is kind of chilly. I've still got my coat on. Probably going to keep it on all game long. The pitch, foul ball chopper down the left side. That'll go back out into the field to play because it hits that fence so hard. So the left fielder's going to trot over and get it. Although they sent a guy out, he'll toss it to him out of the dugout. Did Academy. So the foul ball strike takes the count to 1-1 And Racher has a new ball from the umpire. Rounds, his catcher, giving him the signal. He'll set up right in the middle again. Here's the pitch. It's low and away, ball 2. Stokes steps back in. 2-1 the count with 2 outs. Trying to get a 2-out rally going here. Here's the wind in the pitch from Racher. Called strike 2. Caught the outside corner on a good fastball. So 2-2 the count with 2 outs. Triple deuces up there on the board. Here's the wind in the pitch from Racher. Low and away, ball 3. Good look there, good eye from Ross Stokes as he didn't go after that one. It's a good pitch. It had been difficult to get. It was low and away and kind of tailing away from the batter. Probably would have fouled it off if he'd have swung at it, but instead let it go by for a ball. Full count. Right down the middle, and he's going to hit that one into left center field. That's going to be extra base hits as the center fielder dove for it. Stokes with wheels round second base. He'll go into third base, standing up for the triple, the 2-out triple for Stokes. So he hit that one on a rope out the left center field. The center fielder was more towards center, and he had a beat on it. He was running hard. He dove, and it got underneath his glove on the trying to catch it in the air, and it goes all the way to the fence. And so Stokes just sped around the base paths, and he ends up at third with a stand-up triple. So Ryan Alsop, the pitcher, trying to help his own cause here, already with a 2-0 lead. He'll step in. He flew out to shallow right his first time, and he steps in to face Racher for the second time. Here's the pitch. Check swing, ball 1, just missed inside. And he did not go. So 1-0 to Alsop. On deck is Holloway, and in the hole Campos for the Rockets. Runner down at third base after this triple, 2-out triple is Stokes. Here's the pitch swung on. He'll lift that one foul off to the left side and out of play for strike 1. So 1-1 to count. You get a ball back out to Racher. Satish Racher, and he's going from the wind-up with the runner down at third base. Here's the wind in the pitch. Called strike 2. That was just right down the pipe with a fastball. So as Alsop steps back in, he's got a 1-2 count now. 2 down. Runner at third. We're in the top of the second inning. 2-0 Goddard. There's a pitch. It's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. He kind of boots it. Does he have time? He did not. He beats it out. Run will score on the error. And reaching down there after it was booted by the second baseman was also hustling the whole way. And so that'll bring to the plate Cinco Holloway, and we're going to Kersey runner coming in for Alsop, the pitcher. It's going to be number 16, Tyler Conrad, who was the pitcher yesterday. So he's down at first with 2 outs. The Rockets now lead 3-0. And Holloway, who got 2 of those runs blasted in on his home run, his first at bat in the top of the first. Conrad gets a healthy lead. Here's the pitch. High, ball 1. So the 2-out error cost the Academy Chargers as Stokes came in. Here's the pitch. A little bit high, ball 2. Academy wanted that call to strike. It was closer, but umpire said nope, still a little too high. So 2-0 to Holloway. It's a good hitter's count here for Cinco. He's already blasted one out of here. Here's the pitch. Low and away, bounced in fact. 3-0 to Holloway with 2 outs and a runner in the form of courtesy runner Tyler Conrad at first base. On deck is Matthew Campos, and in the hole, Michael Matheson. Racher to the plate. That was called strike 1. Just threw a fastball down the pipe. So Holloway steps back in with another good hitter's count here, 3-1, as he was on red there with the 3-0 count. And the pitch. Curveball high, ball 4. So a walk after the error, and Goddard now has 2 runners on with 2 outs. And to the plate comes Matthew Campos. He walked his first time through. And we're going to have a courtesy runner for Cinco. Coming in for him is number 12. And that young man is Nathan Herrera. So Herrera at first, Conrad at second, both courtesy running for the pitcher and the catcher respectively. And at the plate, number 21, the third baseman, batting in the cleanup spot, Matthew Campos. Here's the pitch from Racher. Called, strike one. Fastball on the outside half to the right-hander. 0-1 quickly here to Campos as he steps back in ready to go. Racher, a long look into rounds his catcher. He'll set up on the outside half. Will the catcher. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Over to the right side. First baseman is not going to have room. He gets out of play. Foul ball. Strike two. So the umpire got a ball back out to Racher as he gives some time for the second baseman and the first baseman to get back in their spots. Racher comes set. And the pitch. Swung on. Fouled off to the right side deep, but down the line and out of play. It got over the fence over there for another foul ball strike. It'll remain 0-2, and the runners will go back. As Racher looks in to his catcher Rounds, who sets up on the outer third of the plate to Campos. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul back again, out of play off to the right. So Campos remains with an 0-2 count. He's fouled off the last three pitches. He'll step back in. They got a new ball out to Racher. He'll come set, long look back at second. Who's got a big lead back there? Conrad does. Here's the pitch. Swung on. He'll pop it out of play again back to the right. So a good at bat here for Campos. He's fouling off anything close. Still an 0-2 count. Pretty good pitching here from Rachers. He's putting some balls in there that he's forcing him to take swings at, and Campos has shortened up after going down 0-2, and he's fouled off everything since. Looking for his pitch, trying to drive one somewhere. He's got runners at first and second with two outs here in the top of the second inning. Goddard leading 3-0, but looking to add to it. Racher comes set and to the plate. Inside, ball one. So the fastball in, and Campos just kind of hopped backwards, got out of the way of it. Matheson on deck, Brown in the holes. Rockets trying to keep a two-out rally going. We've got courtesy runners on in Conrad and Herrera at second and first, respectively. Here's the pitch, curveball. He'll chop it over to the right side, foul on a check swing. So still alive. As that ball got back out to the pitcher, Racher, he's taking a look over to his dugout. And his catcher Rounds giving him signs, although I think he already got it from his dugout. Rounds sets up on the outer third, and then Campos calls time. It took too long. So the 1-2 count, he take a deep breath and step back in. Racher back in his stretch. He says yes. Comes set. And to the plate. Low, bounces it up there. Ball two. Eight pitches now to Campos. He's fouled off 5. The very first pitch was called a strike. He's had 2 balls, so 2-2 the count. Racher has now thrown 60 total pitches here through. There's a shot to right side, and will it fall fair? Will not. It'll be caught in foul territory by the right fielder, Andrew Olson, for out number 3 on the pop fly that just kept tailing away and got into foul territory. Rockets do get a run, though. 1 hit, 1 run. There was 1 error and 2 runners left on base as we head into the bottom of the second inning with the DH, number 20, Makoa Mukai coming to bat. The Levi Citrine on deck and EJ Gallarado in the hole.
Are you or a loved one having a hard time getting to your medical appointments? At Artesia General Hospital, we believe that transportation should never be a barrier to good health. That's why we're excited to announce our new non-emergency medical transportation services. Each of our vans is wheelchair accessible, and our friendly certified drivers go the extra mile by meeting you at your doorstep and ensuring a comfortable ride to your Artesia General Hospital services. Rides are available Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Schedule your ride today by visiting artesiageneral.com/transportation or calling 575-736-8211.
The need to grow past our basic capabilities and experience the impossible will forever keep aviation technology evolving. Within the Aviation Maintenance Technology program at ENMU Roswell, students thrive knowing that the faculty and community are supporting their success. ENMU Roswell is dedicated to empowering students through hands-on skills training in a nurturing environment. To learn more, contact us today.
All right, the first pitch has been thrown by Alsop. It was a swinging strike by Mukai at the plate. He's a lefty and just now saw ball one as it was outside. So 1-1 the count. Alsop on the bump, Holloway the catcher. Here's the pitch, swinging and a foul tip, straight down for strike 2 to Makoa Mukai. Porter Wakefield in left, John Silva in center, and Abraham Vandenberg over in right. Michael Matheson at first, Cameron Brown at second, Ross Stokes at short, and Matthew Campos at third. Holloway and Alsop the battery mates. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. He got him, swinging. Out number 1 on the strikeout, which will bring Levi Citrine to the plate. Batting from the right side is number 12.
Batting 6, number 12, Citrine.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Good pitch there from Alsop. Looked like he took something off of that. So 0-1 the count. And the pitch down low, ball 1. Maybe Citrine, maybe Citrine. Levi is his first name. Here's the wind and the pitch. Bounces it off the plate. Second baseman comes up and makes the throw in about 3 steps. Beating by 3 steps did Brown. So out number 2 on a 4-3 put out. Sounded funny because it bounced off the plate and then went slowly on a bouncing 3-4 bounces, and Brown came charging in. Picked it up and tossed it to Matheson. Out number 2 and to the plate, EJ Gallarado. Swing, ground ball to the shortstop. He fields it cleanly, does Stokes, fires it across in time. And quick work made. 1-2-3, go the Chargers. Nobody gets on base, no hits, no runs, no errors, and nobody left on. We'll go back to the Goddard half, top of the third coming up. Michael Matheson, Cameron Brown, and John Silva coming to the plate for the Rockets.
Attention car shoppers, are you ready for March Madness? Well, get ready for the ultimate used car sale brought to you by the Richland Dodge Boys, March 27th through the 30th. So, Brady and Scott, why don't you tell them all about it?
Whether you're a basketball fan or not, our March Madness used car sale is an event you won't want to miss. We've got a wide selection of high-quality used cars, all at unbeatable prices.
Score big savings on the best selection of used cars in southeastern New Mexico. Our knowledgeable sales team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle that fits your needs and budget.
We also have our huge selection of new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram products. But that's not all. As part of our March Madness sale, we're offering special financing options to make owning your dream car even more affordable.
Don't forget to bring your kids because Saturday, March 30th at 11 a.m., we will also be having an Easter egg hunt and free snow cones at Carpenter Park on Southeast Main and Buena Vista, just south of the Richland Dodge store.
Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Visit Richland Motors today and take advantage of our March Madness used car event. Hurry, because these deals won't last forever.
So hurry down to 1309 Southeast Main, where we are right on the corner and right on the price.
All right, leading things off here in the top of the third for the Goddard Rockets, number 18, Michael Matheson. He flew out to the shortstop his first time through, so he's 0 for 1. And he'll lead things off here. Number 7, Cameron Brown on deck, and number 3, John Silva in the hole as the pitcher, Satish Racher. ready to go. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swung on. Pop fly left side. The shortstop, McNanny, will go out into the field just a little bit. And one pitch and one out on the pop fly to the shortstop. That'll bring to the plate number 7, Cameron Brown, second baseman. He's 1 for 1. He singled to the right side his first time through. So he'll step in 1 for 1. And the pitch. Called strike 1 down the middle. On deck is John Silva, and in the hole Abraham Vandenberg for the Rockets as they lead 3-0 here. We're in the top of the third inning. Called strike 2 inside half. 0-2 to Brown. Rockets got 2 runs in the top of the first off of a bomb to left field by Holloway. Got another run in the top of the second, and that just misses off the plate. Ball 1. 1-2 now the count to Brown. Academy gave up that run on an error in the top of the second. Here's the wind and the pitch. Low, ball 2. Stokes had got a triple with 2 outs, and then Alsop came up and he hit a ground ball to the second baseman. He bobbled it, booted it, and that brought the run in. That ball down and in for ball 3, so after 2 straight strikes on good pitches, Brown has been selective and has watched 3 balls go by, so full count now. Here's the wind and the payoff pitch. Down the middle, call strike 3. So the strikeout looking is out number 2, and that'll bring to the plate the number 7 hitter in the order, center fielder, number 3, John Silva. Silva struck out swinging his first time through. He'll step in to face Racher for the second time. Citron, Lasky, and Olson left to right. Williams, McNanny, Gallardo, and Delaney third to first. Rounds the catcher, and Racher the pitcher. There's your Academy Charger defense. First pitch, outside, ball 1. Fastball missed away. So 1-0 to Silva. On deck is number 19, Abraham Vandenberg, and in the hole, number 6, Porter Wakefield, the bottom. Pitchers, there's a slow roller to shortstop. He comes up, fields it cleanly, fires it across in time, and Silva can flat out move, but a good play there. 6-3 the put out, McNanny to Delaney. And so Goddard goes down in order, 1, 2, 3. No runners, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. The score remains 3-0 going into the bottom of the third inning with Lasky, the number 8 hitter, and Olson, the number 9 hitter, coming to bat and on deck, and the top of the order, Mark McNanny in the hole.
Every piece of land has a story, written by those who work it. But everyone's story is different. So the question is, how will you tell yours? Behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor, mower, or Gator utility vehicle. Run with us and start telling your story today.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today and let our fully licensed pest control professionals start working for you and your family. Find us fast in names and numbers. Call 623-5344, serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
Final warm-up pitch thrown. The throw down from the catcher Holloway down to the shortstop Stokes. They'll toss it around. The third baseman Campos will put it in the glove of also. We're ready to go here in the bottom of the third inning. Wind still blowing here, not real strong on this bright sunny day with white clouds floating around. Blown out to left field. Here's the first pitch of the third. Big swing and big miss. Strike 1 to Luke Lasky. On deck is Andrew Olson, and in the hole, the top of the order, Mark McNanny. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss on another good pitch. Strike two. That one had some movement on it for Alsop. Wakefield Silva Vandenberg left to right. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle. Pop fly back and out of play on the right side for a foul ball strike. The count remains 0-2. Campos, Stokes, Brown, and Matheson third to first with Holloway catching Alsop. Here's the pitch. Bounces it up there outside for ball one. Good pitch. Good place to miss. That was pretty much unhittable, but Lasky did not chase it. So 1-2 the count. There's a ground ball right at the second baseman. Brown picks it up, throws it to first, and there's out number one. 4-3 the put out for the Rockets. Brown to Matheson. And the number 9 here coming to the plate. His first time through, number 3, Andrew Olson, the right fielder. And working quickly is Alsop. He was ready to go as soon as he stepped in. Here's the pitch right down the middle. Called strike one on the fastball. Again, no wasted time here as Alsop right back at it. Swing and a miss on another right down the middle's fastball. Strike two. 0-2 the count. Goddard playing pretty much straight away and kind of shallow out in center and right, a little deeper in left. That wind blowing out. Pop fly back into the net for a foul ball strike. Count remains 0-2. On deck is the top of the order, number 6, Mark McNanny, and Satish Racher is in the hole. That pitch misses down and away, ball one. Alsop and the Goddard Rockets working quickly on defense as he's back and ready to go. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss on a change of speed. Nice pitch there. And that is out number 2, back-to-back strikeouts for Alsop. So the top of the order will stroll up. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out to Stokes his first time on the 6-3 put out. McNanny steps in. 2 down. We're here in the bottom of the third inning. Game 2 here at the Rio Rancho Sal Puentes tournament. That ball just missed inside for ball 1. Goddard fell to Rio Rancho yesterday to get into this game. There's a swing and a pop fly to the right side. Will there be room? I don't think so. Matheson gave chase over there on the right side, but it gets out of the ballpark. So 1-1 now the count. So Goddard falling to Rio Rancho, and Academy fell to Carlsbad. That's how they're here. Game 6 of the tournament, game 2 of the day. Here's the pitch. Just a bit high, ball 2 from Alsop. Holloway giving him the sign quickly, and the wind and the pitch. Bounced it up there, ball 3. So 3-1 now to McNanny. Number 17, Satish Racher, the pitcher on deck, and number 10, Matthew Delaney, the first baseman in the hole. If they can get to those guys with a 2-out rally. That pitch just up. He did not go. He started the swing, checked the swing. That's ball 4. So McNanny draws the 2-out walk. And to the plate comes number 17, batting from the left side, the right-handed pitcher, Satish Racher.
Backstanding pitching for 17, Racher.
See an ambulance and a fire truck off to the right down there in right field, turning, going away from the ball field here. Probably heard it on the radio or online. All right, so pretty big lead for McNanny and Annie over there. Pitch is down and into the lefty, ball 1 to Racher. Also from the stretch, which is not a very big stretch. He's real small step, back, set position, hand to the plate. Low for ball 2. So 2-0 the count now to Racher as he's waiting, and also takes his little step, peeks over his shoulder and out of the plate. Swung on. That's going to be a base hit into right center field. That's going to be extra bases as it goes all the way to the fence. Coming around from first to third, going home. There is going to be a play at the plate, but he slides in safely. So the stand-up double cuts the lead from 3-1 on a 2-out rally going here by the Chargers. Got a courtesy runner coming in for Racher, who just hit that double, RBI double, and it's number 8.
Third.
So that young man, courtesy running, is, find him on here, number 8 is Aiden Shum. He came in last time And Matthew Delaney steps in. He hit into a fielder's choice. He's 0 for 1. He's the tying run, if he can get around. Here's the pitch. Called strike one. Caught the outside corner. That was that delayed call we saw earlier. Last time it was for Academy, the delayed call. This time for the Rockets. Alsop comes set, takes a peek back to second, now to the plate. Swing and a miss. Boy, good pitch. Got him to chase. Looked like a curveball broke down and away from the batter. Strike two on the swing. Looking in, getting his pitch. Now he comes set. Did not look, now he does look back at second base. To the plate. Called strike three on the outside corner with a fastball. Strikeout looking. And so the Rockets get out of the inning with the runner left at second base. There was no Rocket errors, but there was a hit and a run scored. So the score as we go into the top of the fourth inning is 3-1 Goddard with Vandenberg coming to the plate. Wakefield on deck, and Ross Stokes, the leadoff batter, in the hole. 3-1 Goddard. We'll be back.
Attention high school students and parents of high school students. Do you want to visit Eastern New Mexico University from the comfort of your own home? Then plan on attending the ENMU Virtual Open House on Saturday, April 20th, starting at 10 a.m. You can get a virtual tour of campus, talk virtually with current students, and win great prizes. Sign up today at enmu.edu/open house. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success. That's what we're about. Are you or a loved one having a hard time getting to your medical appointments? At Artesia General Hospital, we believe that transportation should never be a barrier to good health. That's why we're excited to announce our new non-emergency medical transportation services. Each of our vans is wheelchair accessible, and our friendly certified drivers go the extra mile by meeting you at your doorstep and ensuring a comfortable ride to your Artesia General Hospital services. Rides are available Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Schedule your ride today by visiting artesiageneral.com/transportation or calling 575-736-8211.
Vandenberg to lead things off here. First pitch, swing and a miss. Come up in on a big cut. He flew out to shallow center field his first time through, so he's 0 for 1. And now 0-1 at the plate is the count. Nobody out. Wakefield on deck, and then back to the top of the order. Stokes in the hole. That pitch bounces up there for ball 1, 1-1. Now the count. Racher has thrown 71 pitches through 3 and 2 pitches into the fourth here. Alsop has thrown 42 through 3. As Vandenberg steps back in, 1-1 the count. Here's the wind in the pitch. Outside and low, ball 2. Goddard wins this game. They will play tomorrow at 10 against Cleveland, who defeated Artesia earlier in game 1 of the day. Right down the middle, strike 2 called, so 2-2 now to Vandenberg. If they fall to Academy, they'll play Artesia in the morning at 10, so they play at 10 either way. That pitch just missed. Whew. Just off the corner on the outside edge, so Vandenberg runs it full. Academy fans wanted that one called a strike, but the umpire pushed his hand out, so it was too far out. So full count now to Abraham as he steps back in ready to go. Here's the pitch, and that's going to miss away. Same spot. Ball 4 called, and Vandenberg will hustle down to first base. And coming to the plate, Porter Wakefield. He struck out looking his first time through, so he's 0 for 1. On deck is the top of the order, the shortstop, number 2, Ross Stokes, and in the hole, the pitcher, number 24, Ryan Alsop, for the Rockets as they try to add some runs here. They lead 3-1 here in the top of the fourth. Racher comes set, Vandenberg with the lead. Here's the pitch. It squared around a bunt, but pulls it back on a high, ball 1, did Wakefield. So Wakefield looked down at Coach Alvarado at third base and got his signal. Racher comes set. The pitch, he again squares around a bunt and again bails out of it. It was a high, in that time, tight pitch, high and inside. So 2-0 now to Porter Wakefield. Vandenberg with a decent lead over at first base, both pitches, as he's trying to get a jump start on the small ball. He squares around to bunt. He does put it down on the right side. Good bunt. And the pitcher will get it there to the second baseman, but a great bunt easily into second base on the sacrifice bunt. So the Rockets pitcher caught that. 1-3 the put out, but safe at second is Vandenberg. So that'll bring us to the top of the order, and Ross Stokes, he's 2 for 2, single and a triple. He does that again, he probably have another run across, as he has a runner in scoring position, and Abraham Vandenberg down at second, 1 out. Racher comes set, takes a look back at second, and out of the plate. Swing and a miss. Boy, he took a good cut at that one. Ball kind of dove away from him. Strike 1 to Stokes. On deck is Ryan Alsop, and in the hole, Cinco Holloway for Goddard, as Stokes steps back in with an 0-1 count and 1 out. Here in the top of the 4th inning, looking to add to the score here is the Goddard Rockets with a runner down there in scoring position at second. Here's the pitch, bounces up there. Good job by Rounds behind the plate to stop it. Ball 1. So 1-1 to Stokes as he steps back in. Long look in for Racher. Now he's set to the plate. Swung on, pop fly, right side. Second baseman's calling people off. Now the shortstop says, no, I got it. And he catches it on the left side, his side of second base, but wind just kind of blew it that way. So the infield pop fly is out, number 2. And that'll bring the pitcher to the plate, Ryan Alsop, as the Vandenberg core stayed on second base. So still in the scoring position down at second with 2 outs. And Alsop at the plate. He is flown out and reached on an error. He's 0 for 2. Racher takes 2 looks back at second, now to the plate. Called strike 1 on the higher end of the strike zone, but strike 1. Racher back on the rubber. He comes set, looks back. Second baseman back there, Gallardo, kind of playing yo-yo back there. There's a pitch. Pop fly to the right side. Second baseman will call off the first baseman and make the play for the 3rd out on the infield pop fly, this time over between second and first. And the second baseman calls off the first baseman. And so the Goddard Rockets get no hits, no runs, no errors, and leave 1 runner on base. And coming to the plate will be Williams, Mukai, and Citrine for the Academy Chargers. Bottom of the 4th coming at you.
Attention car shoppers, are you ready for March Madness? Well, get ready for the ultimate used car sale brought to you by the Richland Dodge Boys, March 27th through the 30th. So, Brady and Scott, why don't you tell them all about it?
Whether you're a basketball fan or not, our March Madness used car sale is an event you won't want to miss. We've got a wide selection of high-quality used cars, all at unbeatable prices.
Score big savings on the best selection of used cars in southeastern New Mexico. Our knowledgeable sales team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle that fits your needs and budget.
We also have our huge selection of new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram products. But that's not all. As part of our March Madness sale, we're offering special financing options to make owning your dream car even more affordable.
Don't forget to bring your kids, because Saturday, March 30th at 11 a.m., we will also be having an Easter egg hunt and free snow cones at Carpenter Park on Southeast Main and Buena Vista, just south of the Richland Dodge store.
Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Visit Richland Motors today and take advantage of our March Madness used car event. Hurry, because these deals won't last forever.
So hurry down to 1309 Southeast Main, where we are right on the corner and right on the price.
Our score the same as we head into the bottom of the 4th inning. The Goddard Rockets 3, the Albuquerque Academy Chargers 1. Throw down from Holloway down to Stokes. So we're about ready to go here with coming to the plate, the cleanup batter, number 7, Ryan Williams. He's been playing third base for the Chargers. He's 0 for 1. He flew out to Silva out in center field his first time through when he faced Alsop, and now steps back in. And the same defense on the field for the Rockets. I'll give it to you after this pitch. Curveball, strike 1, outside edge. 0-1 to Williams. So we got Porter Wakefield in left, John Silva in center, and Abraham Vandenberg out in right. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Right down the middle, fastball, strike two. Matthew Campos at third, Michael Matheson at first, Ross Stokes at short, and Cameron Brown at second. Swing and a miss on a great pitch, down and away, and that is strikeout swinging and out number one for the Rockets defense. Cinco Holloway, the catcher, and battery mate to Ryan Alsop, the pitcher. And there's your Goddard defense as they lead 3-1. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning, and Mukai at the plate. He looks at a bounced ball one, the left-hander, playing DH for the Chargers. Makoa Mukai steps back in on the left side, and he calls time, and he's having a conversation with the home plate umpire. So Alsop was already coming with the pitch, and he called time, and the umpire granted it, so Alsop stopped his windup. Here's the pitch, swung on, fouled back for strike two. 0-2 quickly on Makoa Mukai. On deck is Levi Citron, and in the hole, E.J. Gallardo for the Chargers. We have one out, bottom of the fourth. There's the pitch, down and in. Ball one, 1-2 now to Mukai. Another quick wind and pitch, just a little bit high. Ball two from Alsop. He works very quickly, gets his signals quickly, and goes right at it. Here's the pitch. Just missed high. And that, I had ball, that was ball four. I did have three balls, so the walk, one out walk puts the DH down at first base. And to the plate comes number 12, Levi Citron.
Number 12, Citron.
Step in on the right side, runner at first base. Citron represents the tying run if he can get moved around. Also comes set to the plate. Strike one right down the pipe with a fastball. 0-1 quickly. Citron is 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time through. As Alsop comes set, peeks over there, now to the plate. Swung on, pop fly out to center field. Center fielder Silva moves over a little bit to his right, catches it. And that is out number two. The runner, of course, went back to first base. So with that comes the second baseman, number 2, E.J. Gallardo. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out to Stokes his first time through. As Mukai gets a short lead over there first. Alsop to the plate, high, ball one. 1-0 the count. Breezy day here in Rio Rancho. Sun's shining. I think it's probably up in the 60s. That pitch too low, ball two. That was in the middle of the plate, but just low. Holloway scooped it off the turf. So 2-0 now to Gallardo. As Alsop comes set and to the plate. Curveball, missed high. Ball three, so 3 straight to Gallardo after Mukai drew a walk with 2 outs. So Alsop steps back on, 3-0 the count, 2 down, and the pitch. That's down the middle, called strike one. So just the fastball right down the heart of the plate. 3-1 now to Gallardo. See if he takes a cut or if he lets it go by. Here's the pitch, again down the middle, and he fouls it off to the right side for strike two. They'll get a ball back out to the pitcher Alsop, and he's ready to go. Back into a stretch. Full count, 2 down. Runner should be running over there at first. In he goes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. He got him. Chased the high one. That's the strikeout swinging, and out number 3. Academy got no hits, no runs. There were no Goddard errors, and was one runner left on base. We've played 4 full coming into the top of the 5th inning. It'll be Holloway, Campos, and Matheson for the Rockets. 3-1, Goddard with the lead.
Believe it or not, your home insurance company isn't evil. Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing here. A lot of roofers make your insurance company out to be your enemy. They'll talk about fighting and battling your insurance to get you the claim you deserve. But honestly, your insurance company is a group of people just like you and me. That's why we don't treat your roof insurance claim like we're going to war. We treat it like a court case. We provide your insurance company every piece of evidence needed to get you the highest possible claim. We submit photos, videos, detailed documents, and line-by-line estimates. And guess what? Our non-combat approach works. On 92% of roof insurance claims, we get the highest amount the first time. And the rare times we don't, well then, that's when we go to bat for you. Call today for your 20% off coupon for our spring roof and gutter maintenance service. 575-755-ROOF or visit TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
All right, the catcher back to the plate for the Goddard Rockets. Number 15, Cinco Holloway. He's 1 for 1, had a 2-run home run back in the first and then walked his second time through. First pitch bounces about 6 feet out from the plate for ball 1 to Holloway. On deck is Campos, and in the hole, Matheson for your Goddard Rockets. Top of the 5th inning is where we're at here in game 2 of the day. Here's the pitch from Racher. Another low one, ball 2. So 2-0 to Cinco. Delaney at first, Williams at third, McNanny at short, and Gallardo at second. Citron, Lasky, Olson left to right, with Rounds catching Racher. That one called strike 1 down the middle on the 2-0. So 2-1 now to Cinco Holloway. Breeze has pretty much stopped. It's moving the flags a little. Here's the pitch, swung on. It's a little flare to the right side, and the first baseman will come up about 5 or 6 feet and make the play on the pop fly infield for out number 1. So that'll bring Matthew Campos to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He walked his first time through and then flew out over to the right fielder in foul territory down the line his second time through. So he's 0 for 1. And the third baseman will step in on the right side to face Racher for the third time. Now he steps out. Now he's back in, ready to go. The catcher Round sets up on the outer third. Here's the pitch. Pop or ground ball over to the left side. It's foul. Called foul at the last second by the home plate umpire. This is a chopper over there, and the third baseman caught it and fired it across, but it was just foul. So foul ball, strike 1. So everybody will reset. As Campos comes back down and takes a look down at Coach Alvarado over in the third base coaching box. Steps in, the count 0-1. Now he steps out again as the pitcher Satish Racher was working on his cap. So Campos saw that and stepped back out. Now he's back in. All right, so we're ready to go here. 0-1 the count, 1 out. The pitch, curveball, just missed him for ball 1. 1-1 now the count, as that was in tight, just off his shoulder. 1-1 the count. He steps back in, right back to work as Racher. The pitch right down the middle, fouled off to the right side. That will get out of play for foul ball, strike 2. Wind is picked back up, so it just died for a moment, and now it's kind of blowing across the field from left to right. Earlier it was blowing the other way, kind of giving the left hand, and that ball's down low for ball 2. 2-2 now to Campos, kind of giving the edge to the batters hitting out to left field, but now it's kind of blowing in and across from the right side, to the right side, I should say. Here's the wind in the 2-2 curveball. That's fouled off to the right side once again. Foul ball. So the count remains 2-2. 1 out. Racher ready to go. Here's the pitch. Low and away. In fact, it bounced. So Campos is taking him full. On deck is Michael Matheson, and in the hole, Cameron Brown, the 5 and 6 hitters respectively. All right, Racher back to work. Here's the wind and the pitch. Kind of got on his hands. The shortstop comes up. McNanny throws it across in time as it kind of got in on his hands, and Campos was able to ground ball it right to the shortstop. for out number 2. 6-3 on the put out. So with 2 outs, number 18, Michael Matheson, will step in. He's 0 for 2. He's flown, he's Matthiasen, that's how he said it. It's Matheson, I'm pretty sure. All right, so the 0 for 2, both pop flies on the left side, caught by Mark McNanny, the shortstop. His pitch just misses outside, ball 1. Racher's now thrown 96 pitches through 4 2/3, compared to Ryan Alsop, who's thrown 58. Here's the pitch, low, ball 2. Two 2-0, 2 down. Matheson ready. Here's the wind in the pitch. Inside, ball 3. So 3-0 quickly to Matheson. On deck is Cameron Brown, and in the hole, John Silva, as the Rockets want to get some insurance runs here. Leading 3-1. Here's the wind in the pitch. Called strike 1 on the 3-0. So 3-1 now to Matheson as he'll step back in. Racher says yes quickly. Here's the wind in the 3-1. Down the middle, hit hard out to center field. The center fielder's going to have to turn and go back, but he does, and he makes the play on the line drive, fly out to about mid-range center field, and that is out number 3. Rockets go down in order. No hits, no runs, no errors, nobody left on base. It is 3-1 as we head into the bottom of the 5th inning, with Lasky, Olson, and the top of the order, McNanny, coming to the plate.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
It's Kubota Orange Days, your golden opportunity to score a deal that'll make your neighbors green with envy. Shop the year's best selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. And get the year's best deals, like 0% APR for 84 months and up to $2,500 off BX23S tractors.
Visit Amigo Machinery, located at 2801 Southeast Main Street, Roswell.
You hear the wind in the background. It's kind of blowing in now. It picked up really hard, blowing in from right field. Right kind of in my face as the Goddard Rockets have thrown it down. Alsop remaining on the bump. Wakefield, Silva, and Vandenberg left to right. Campos, Stokes, Brown, and Matheson from 3rd to 1st, with Holloway catching Alsop. At the plate is Luke Lasky. First pitch, down and in, ball 1. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out to Brown his first time through. So he'll step in to face Alsop again for the 2nd time. Here's the pitch, swing, pop fly, and that's backed and out of play over my head. Strike 1. So 1-1 the count to Lasky. He's the number 8 hitter in the order. Andrew Olson on deck, and then the top of the order, Mark McNanny. And there's a swing and a hit out into left field. Line drive got over the head of Stokes at shortstop for a no-out single, leadoff single for the Chargers. And that'll bring in number 3, Andrew Olson. He is the right fielder for the Chargers. He's 0 for 1. He struck out swinging his first time through facing Alsop, and now he'll step in after looking down to his coach at the third base side, coaching box. Here's the pitch. He squares to bunt it. He pop fly bunts it. Also makes the play. He turns to throw it and then holds it. As hustling back in over there was Lasky. So made the mistake of getting that up in the air, did the batter on the pop fly bunt attempt. And that is out number 1. Back to the pitcher. So we're back to the top of the order. The shortstop, Mark McNanny, at the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. He grounded out to Stokes his first time through, walked his last at bat. Lasky gets a pretty big lead over there at first. He's going to turn and throw over at him. Does Alsop, but not in time. So McNanny steps back in. Alsop takes a look. He's going to quick step throw over there, but not in time. As The snap throw. Lasky had already started going back to first. Also to the plate. Swung off, fouled right back at me off the net for strike one to McNanny. On deck is the pitcher, number 17, Satish Racher, and in the hole, the first baseman, number 10, Matthew Delaney. The 2 and 3 batters in the lineup. Also to the plate, outside, ball 1-1 now the count to McNanny. I've said this the last 2 innings, maybe the 3 innings, at least the last 2. McNanny, well, not that, but the batter is the tying run here for the Chargers. They've had a runner at first, and the batter being the tying run, but unable to get either one of them across. But this is a rip into left field for the second straight base hit. So runners at first and second now on 2 singles out the left field with 1 out. And at the plate comes number 17, Satish Racher. He is 2 for 2. And we're going to have a timeout taken by Goddard. The coach is going to walk out and talk to his pitcher in infield. Racher bats on the left side, and he's hit a line drive to center and a line drive to right, which was a double as it got in the gap out there, and so he had a stand-up double and that single RBI. And now he has another chance to get an RBI as he has a runner at second base in the form of Luke Lasky, the center fielder for the Chargers, and at first base is number 6, the leadoff batter who just got on after he ripped it into left field, Mark McNanny, the shortstop. So 1 out. They've broken up their combo on the hill, and everybody's back in their spots as Alsop settles in the stretch. Racher steps in from the left side, and Alsop will step off. Now he's going to ask to talk to his catcher Holloway, so Holloway's going to jog out. The go-ahead run now at home plate as the Rockets lead by 2, but 2 base runners at first and second for the Chargers here in the bottom of the 5th inning with 1 out. And Racher, who is 2 for 2, steps back in on the left side. Here's the pitch from Alsop. Down and in. Good job by Cinco behind the plate as he dropped down to his knees and slid to the inside on that ball 1. Kept the ball right there in front of him. Alsop takes a peek back now to the plate. Swing, and that's going to be a rope up the middle. Tailing away from the center fielder. Silva's going to have to run a long ways, and they're going to send him from third. The throw comes in, and it's going to be a tying 2 or 1 out double. It ties it up. Racher goes into second on the double, and both runners come home, and that ties the ball game up. Racher now 3 for 3 with 2 doubles and a single, and he has all 3 runs batted in. And hustling all the way from first base was the shortstop as he barrels around and gets in pretty easily, actually. And so standing in second base is Satish Racher, the pitcher, who has helped himself out in every way as he has all 3 RBIs. And at the plate now is Matthew Delaney, the first baseman, who is 0 for 2. Hit into a fielder's choice and struck out looking his second time. First pitch, he'll pop it up to the right side, but it's deep. Going back is Silva, and he'll make the play over his shoulder, but it will move the runner over as that was out in right center field. Silva had to go a long ways. Vandenberg was coming too, but Silva catches it, and it is a sacrifice fly, driving the runner from second to third, putting him in only 90 feet away from taking the lead with 2 outs. And so Williams comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He flew out to Silva his first time through and struck out swinging. Second time, he takes a big cut at a good fastball, come up empty. 0-1 the count to Williams. Also from the windup now with the runner at third. Here's the wind and the pitch. Another fastball, but this time in for ball 1. 1-1 now the count. The wind now blowing out towards left field. Crossways here at the ballpark, but the way it's blowing crossways is blowing out to left. Swing and a miss on a good fastball. It was in the upper end of the strike zone and couldn't catch up to it was Williams. So he's now down 1-2 with 2 outs. Also working quickly. Here's the pitch. Down the middle, called strike 3 on the strikeout looking. But boy, some damage was done there as they get 3 hits and 2 runs, tie it up. There were no Goddard errors, and there's 1 runner left on base. So as we go into the top of the 6th, it's a new ball game, 0-0, but it's 3-3. Goddard and Academy. Coming to the plate for Goddard will be Cameron Brown, John Silva on deck, and Abraham Vandenberg in the hole. We'll be back.
Wakefield Oil Express has the highest quality service in Roswell with a 17-point full-service oil change that includes a full wash and vacuum at their car wash. You won't find a better deal. They also offer full synthetic oil changes, fuel and cabin filter replacements, and will even check your battery. Their tunnel wash isn't afraid of dirty vehicles. They have the best value wash in town with free vacuums. They even offer wash passes that can be used for multiple vehicles. Next time you need your oil change, go to the fast and efficient Wakefield Oil Express and let them earn your business. 3204 North Main, Roswell.
The need to grow past our basic capabilities and experience the impossible will forever keep aviation technology evolving. Within the Aviation Maintenance Technology program at ENMU Roswell, students thrive knowing that the faculty and community are supporting their success. ENMU Roswell is dedicated to empowering students through hands-on skills training in a nurturing environment. To learn more, contact us today.
Some changes made here between innings as we have a new pitcher. E.J. Gallardo, who was playing second base, comes in to pitch. Joseph Rounds, who was playing catcher, goes out to second. And behind the plate will be the pitcher, the former pitcher who just tied things up with his bat, Satish Racher, now behind the plate. And for the Goddard Rockets, Cameron Brown will step in. He's 1 for 2 with a single out to right field. He hits that one deep to right. The right fielder, though, will make the play as he wasn't as deep as I thought, but it was going straight into that wind. And so one pitch is a fly out to right. 1 down for the Rockets here in the top of the 6th inning. John Silva coming to the plate. He is 0 for 2. He struck out swinging his first time and ground out to the McNanny, the shortstop, the second time through. And he looks at ball 1 just off the plate. Outside, so 1-0 to Silva. On deck is the right fielder, Abraham Vandenberg, and in the hole, Porter Wakefield, the left fielder. 8-9 hitters. Here's the pitch, swung on. Foul ball to the right side for strike 1. One the count. They got a ball out to Gallardo, the new pitcher. His wind and the pitch down the middle, fouled off to the right side, deep, out of play. For a 1-2 count now for Silva. We're all knotted up. If you're just joining us, we're in the top of the 6th. Rockets are the visitors, and it's 3-3. 1 out here in the inning, and there's another fly ball out of play to the right side for Silva. He saw a ball the first pitch, and he's hit 3 straight off to the right and out of play. So the count remains 1-2. Gallardo working quickly. There's a curveball in on his hands. He fouls it off to the right side again. So still Silva staying alive. Steps back in. Gallardo with the pitch. Curveball. This time it's going to be a rip. That's going to be extra bases. It goes into the corner right side. Silva goes around first. He'll go to second and go on to third. And he'll have a stand-up triple. With 1 out. Nice hitting there by Silva because he fouled off some good pitches to get to that one. He ropes it down the line on the right side, goes into the corner, and with his speed, it was no doubt he had a triple, stand-up triple. So he ends up at third base with only 1 out. The score 3-3, and Abraham Vandenberg coming to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out to shallow center field, and he walked. Here's a pitch from Gallardo. Called strike 1 on a curveball that caught the outside, front edge of the outside corner. They're going to play in on the infield here with 1 out and a runner at third. Here's the pitch. Bounces it up there. Boy, good job by Rachur to keep that ball from getting to the net. As it bounced, and he snagged it off the bounce. 1-1 the count. Vandenberg steps back in. A time called by Rachur. Now he steps back. He was talking to his infield. They're all playing in on the grass. Cut the runner off with only one out. Scoring around to bunt is Vandenberg. Pulls it back, swing, and he chops it foul to the left side for a foul ball, strike 2. So 1-2 now the count as they got a new ball out to Gallardo, the pitcher, who came in this inning. Gallardo from the stretch to the set. Here's the pitch, and he got him to chase. Out number 2, that ball kind of took a dive on the outside edge, and he swung over it for strike 3. Swinging in out number 2. So that'll bring Porter Wakefield to the plate. He's 0 for 1, but he has a sacrifice bunt. Struck out looking his first time through. And so just needs to hit a hole somewhere to get this run in. Here's the wind and the pitch. Bounces, or didn't bounce, but it was way outside. Good job there by Rachur to go get it. Now he calls time and goes out to talk to his pitcher, E.J. Gallardo. Again, Gallardo was playing second base. Rounds was catching, and Rachur was the pitcher. But he was up close to 100 pitches. So coming into the top of the 6th, they made the change. Gallardo goes from second to pitch. And here is the pitch. Bounces it up there. 2 balls and 1 strike to Wakefield. Rounds, who was catching, goes to second base, and Rachur, who was pitching, goes to play catcher. The rest of the defense stayed the same. Gallardo back to pitching from the stretch. He's outside again. Ball 3. So 3-0 now to Wakefield at the top of the order. And ever dangerous Ross Stokes on deck, and Ryan Alsop in the hole as Goddard with 2 outs trying to get the runs back. They were leading 3-1, and then now it's tied up 3-3 after the bottom of the 5th. That pitch right down the middle called strike 1 to Wakefield. Both teams have had 5 hits. They both had an error. Rockets have left 5 men on board. And there's low for ball 4. Good check of the swing by Wakefield because he almost took a swing, did not. And so that puts runners on the corners and Ross Stokes to the plate. He's 2 for 3 with a single, a triple, and a fly out on the infield to the shortstop. His last at bat, but he's got runners on the corners. Go-ahead run standing at third base with 2 outs in the form of John Silva. Wakefield, who just walked down at first. See if they try to squeeze it or if he's just going to let him hit. He's been hitting so well. Here's the pitch. Called strike 1, outside corner with a straight fastball. Runner Wakefield stayed put at first base. 0-1 the count, 2 down, 3-3 our score. We're in the top of the 6th. That pitch is going to be outside, ball 1 to Ross Stokes. On deck is Ryan Alsop, and in the hole, Cinco Holloway for the Rockets as they try to get the lead back. Tied up 3-3 here. The top of the 6th. Here's the pitch right down the middle, called strike 2. 1-2 now to Stokes as he'll step back in on the right side. Gallardo back on the rubber in the stretch. He comes set, takes a peek. Now to the plate, swung on. That's a base rip into right center field. And they'll move station to station, and the Rockets take the lead back as Silva crosses easily. Runner now down at second is Wakefield. And Stokes stands at first, and the RBI gives the Goddard Rockets the lead back. 4-3. And Ryan Alsop coming to the plate. He is 0 for 3. He reached on an error, and he's flown out twice. Second baseman on the error. He hit it pop fly shallow right field and in the infield on the right side. His other 2 at bats on the fly out, so he's hit it all 3 times over to the right side. As Rachur goes out and talks to Gallardo, but he's back behind the plate now, and Alsop will step in on the right side. Cinco Holloway on deck, and Matthew Campos in the hole. Gallardo comes set to the plate. Swung on. That's going to be a rocket to left field. That's going to get over the head and over the fence. Man, I thought that ball was going to hit the fence. It just kept rising. 3-run shot for Ryan Alsop on the first pitch he sees from Gallardo. And he just roped that thing out, and the wind had changed direction. That might have helped him a little, but I'm going to tell you, he tattooed it. And the 3-run shot blows it open Just a straight riser out there to left field on a rope. And the Rockets now lead 7-3 with 2 outs. All this done with 2 outs. They get those runs, all 4 of them with 2 outs. And at the plate is Cinco Holloway. He's also already hit a dinger. He fouls that one right straight back at me. Hits the net. Strike 1 on the foul. He's 1 for 2 with a home run, a walk, and a fly out. As Holloway steps back in, 0-1 the count. Here's the wind in the pitch. Outside, ball 1. 1-1 now to Holloway. On deck is the cleanup batter, third baseman Matthew Campos, and in the hole, the first baseman Michael Matheson. The wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Boy, he was going for the, trying to hit that one to Albuquerque. Come up empty. He got a good cut at it. 1-2 now in the count with 2 outs. The wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Nope, he did get a piece of it. Fouled it straight down. Out of the glove of the catcher. So it wasn't exactly straight down, but foul ball nonetheless. He's still alive. 1-2 pitch. Inside, ball 2. So 2-2 now the count with 2 down. Gallardo working fast here. Here's the wind and the pitch. Outside, ball 3. Holloway taking it to a full count. This game so far has lasted an hour and a half. We're in the top of the 6th, and Goddard gets those runs back +2. There's a swing, deep shot. Well, nope, it's just a high fly ball. It's going to go into foul territory, and that will get out of play as both the shortstop and the third baseman, McNanny and Williams, plus the left fielder, Citron, giving chase, but it gets out over there on the left side. I lost sight of it. I thought it was going really deep. Wasn't near as deep as I thought. It was really high. So the full count. Here's the wind in the pitch from Gallardo. Another foul ball. That one went off his foot, looks like, so he's shaking that off his back foot, the right one. Holloway steps back in, full count. Gallardo right back to work. Here's the wind in the pitch. Foul ball off over to the left side. So he's just fouling them off. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. That was the 9th pitch from Gallardo. Holloway has fouled off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Here's the wind and the full count. Down the middle, he pops it up out to left field. The left fielder's going to have to fade back. And he's actually going to catch it in foul territory, pretty deep. But it is out number 3 on the pop fly out to deep foul territory. But, boy, the Rockets do some damage as they get 4 runs after giving up 2 in the bottom half of the 5th. We go into the bottom of the 6th. The Rockets in the top of the 6th get 3 hits, 4 runs. There were no errors and nobody left on base. It is now 7-3 Rockets going into the bottom of the 6th inning.
Listen up, golfers. Grab your clubs and get ready for a fun weekend of golf for a great cause, because it's time once again for the Roswell Honda Classic Charity Golf Tournament. April 20th and 21st at the Nancy Lopez Golf Course. This 2-day, 3-person scramble begins Saturday, April 20th with a double shotgun start Saturday and Sunday, 7:30 a.m. and 1 p.m., along with a golf ball drop Sunday at 9 a.m., with prizes for first place, second place, third place, longest drive, and closest to the pin. And a new Honda HR-V driver and putter with a hole-in-one. Plus free barbecue, drinks, and beer for both days. The cost to enter is $450 per 3-person team, with a portion of the proceeds to benefit the Gonzalez Hope Center. Get more info and register online at roswellhonda.com or register in person. Get your 3-person team together and get signed up now. The Roswell Honda Classic, April 20th and 21st at the Nancy Lopez Golf Course. Sign up today.
Well, the defense back out there for the Rockets, but also asking for a new ball. Well, I guess he's going to, he's just trading gloves. Okay. I saw him say something to Coach Alvarado, and he's coming toward the dugout. Coach was walking out from home plate, but he just switched gloves, did also. So Porter Wakefield in left, John Silva stays in center, and Abraham Vandenberg out in right. Matthew Campos at third. Ross Stokes playing short with Cameron Brown at second and Michael Matheson at first. Cinco Holloway catching, and Ryan Alsop, who's been on the mound the whole time. He's going to start the bottom of the sixth here with 72 pitches thrown and 27 of them for balls, with 45 of them for strikes. And at the plate is the left-hander Makoa Mukai. First pitch, swing, and that's a fly ball. Shallow left center field, and the left fielder will come over. That's Porter Wakefield, and that's out number one on one pitch. So the pop fly out there to left field will bring Citron to the plate. He is 0 for 2 with a ground out to Brown at second and a fly out to Wakefield in shallow left field. That wind is really gusting out. It's funny because it's blowing across my face out in right field and blowing out towards left, but it's cutting back, kind of making a circle. Strike one to Citron on a good fastball there from Alsop. A lot of dirt in that. It's kind of making a circle. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase one down and away for strike two. On deck is E.J. Gallardo, the new pitcher, and in the hole, Luke Lasky, the center fielder. Ground ball, pop, big high grounder, and the throw in time. Nice. Oh, he's safe. He said his foot come off the base over there on the stretch. So an infield single is Matheson had to stretch hard for that. It was a tough play to begin with. It was a big chopper up the middle, and Stokes got to it on the second chop, but he made the throw, and it was bang, bang. Matheson's heel came off of the bag on the stretch. I don't know if he would have been called out anyhow, but it was close. So the single brings to the plate Gallardo, and he'll pop fly back and out of play on first pitch he sees from Alsop. He's 0 for 2. He grounded out his first time, and he struck out swinging his second time against Ryan Alsop. So Citron down at first base, one out, 0-1 the pitch, and here is the pitch right down the middle, fouled off to the right side and out of play. Strike two. Coming up after this ball game will be Sandia and La Cueva, the number 1 and number 3 ranked teams in the state in 5A. Swing and a miss on a nice pitch, and that is out number 2. That ball just kept diving. Big cut and come up empty. That'll bring Luke Lasky to the plate. He's 1 for 2. He grounded out to Brown his first time through, and he hit a single into left field his second time. He has a runner over at first in Citron. Low and away, ball 1. Lasky leaned into it but did not swing, so 1 ball and no strikes. Holloway setting up in the middle. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back into the net. Right over to my right for a foul ball, strike 1. Goddard coach will go out and get that foul ball and toss it to the umpire. I think he's going to go over and hand it to him. All right, so Lasky steps back in on the right side. 1-1 the count, 2 outs. Runner at first base is Citron. As Alsop comes set and out of the plate, bounces it up there on the outside for ball 2. Andrew Olson, the number 9 hitter and right fielder, on deck, and then we're back to the top of the Charger order. Mark McNenny on deck, the shortstop. Swing and a miss on a changeup. I think that was a changeup. So strike 2. 2-2 with 2 outs. 7-3. We're in the bottom of the 6th. The Rockets leading. And the pitch. Swung on. Pop fly. Infield. And the pitcher and the first baseman. And the pitcher gives way. Also gives way to Matheson. And he catches it. Coming all the way in. Even with the catcher. So the Rockets get out of the inning. Having given up 1 hit, but no runs or no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Campos to lead things off. Matheson to follow, and Brown behind him as we go into the top of the 7th and final inning, barring a tie.
To plant or not to plant? That is the question. Hi, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. Our tomato plants and pepper plants are ready to go. If you plant them now, you might have homegrown tomatoes and peppers before anyone else. Or The frost might kill it. As Clint Eastwood would say, do you feel lucky? You'll either be the smartest gardener in the county or you'll get to replant them all over again. I say go for it. You'll get more practice and we'll get more business. This is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company, and I apologize to William Shakespeare.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Top of the 7th, and coming to the plate for the Rockets is number 21, Matthew Campos. He's 0 for 2. He has a walk and a ground out and a fly out, and he'll look at ball 1 outside. On deck for the Rockets is the number 5 hitter, first baseman Michael Matheson. And in the hole, number 7 Cameron Brown, the second baseman. Swung on, hard hit at the second baseman. He'll field it on the first hop, toss it over to first base, rounds to Delaney. 4-3 the put out on the ground out number 1 here in the top of the 7th inning. So Michael Matheson coming to the plate. He's 0 for 3. He's due. He flew out to the shortstop his first and second times, and then flew out to the center fielder his third time. He looks at ball 1 low. So 1-0 the count to Matheson as he steps back in. Gallardo right back at it. That pitch inside for ball 2. Fastball missing in. 2-0 the count. Gallardo wind and pitch down the middle, and that's going to be a base rip into left field. Seeing eye single between McNanny and Williams for the 1-out single. And so coming to the plate will be Cameron Brown. He is 1 for 3. He singled out to right field his first time, and then he struck out looking and flew out to the right fielder his second and third times at the plate. So he's 1 for 3 as he steps in with a runner down at first base in Matheson. Gallardo comes set, and the pitch caught the outside corner on a curveball, strike 1. Gallardo again set, takes a peek, now to the plate. Got in on him on a curveball that was high and tight and tied him up a little bit. He does foul it off down the left side, so foul ball, strike 2 on Brown. Silva on deck and Vandenberg in the hole. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. The pitch swung on. That's going to be another base rip into left field. So moving over to second is Matheson, and into first is Brown on the base rip. Line drive over the shortstop's head. And so John Silva will come to the plate. He's 1 for 3. He tripled his last time up. He struck out and ground out his first 2 at-bats. And we got a courtesy runner coming in for Matheson. It'll be number 5. So actually a pinch hitter. Pinch runner, I'm sorry. That's going to be Dylan Kermode. So he'll get his lead back at second base. Second baseman runs in at him and now backs off. Gallardo to the plate. Curveball just caught the outside corner. Called strike 1 on John Silva. So the Rockets threatening to add some more runs here. They lead by 4, 7-3. We're in the top of the 7th. Rockets the visiting team. And here's the pitch. Outside. Ball 1. 1-1 now the count. Silva takes a step back. Now he's back into the batter's box. Gallardo from the stretch. Runners get their leads. And the pitch. Swung on. Hard ground ball. Second baseman. Oh, he bobbled it. And then he tosses it finally and gets the out on the fielder's choice. So 2 down now. As that was a toss. 4-6 on the out. So runners on the corners, and Abraham Vandenberg coming to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He's reached on a walk. He flew out and he struck out around that walk. The pitch, outside, ball 1. Vandenberg batting in the 8 hole. Porter Wakefield on deck, and then back to the top of the order. Ross Stokes in the hole with 2 outs. Big lead for Silva. He's off and running. They're going to try to get him, and they do get him. So the third out comes via a attempted stolen base. And John Silva is thrown out at second base, caught stealing. And that will end the inning. The Goddard Rockets get 2 hits, but no runs. There were no errors. And there was 1 runner left on base. So we go to the bottom and the final inning if the Rockets can hold them. 7-3 Rockets lead going into the bottom of the 7th. I'll just go ahead and keep it here. The Rockets able to get this game. They'll play tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. taking on the Cleveland Storm, the number 4 ranked team in 5A, as the Cleveland Storm beat the Bulldogs from Artesia today in the first game of the morning at 10 o'clock this morning. Cleveland ends up defeating Artesia. And so Academy and Goddard on the bottom half of the bracket on the consolation side. Goddard right now with the lead 7-3, and if they can hold on, they'll play Cleveland at 10 a.m. And if they do hold on, Academy will play Artesia at 10 a.m. over on field 2. So both Artesia and Goddard playing at 10 in the morning, regardless of what happens in this game. Right now, Goddard, if they win it, then they'll be playing in the consolation championship against Cleveland. But if they do fall, then they'll play at 10 against Artesia. District 4, 4A companions. All right, so down to their final 3 outs is Andrew Olson will step in. He's the number 9 hitter in the lineup, and he's 0 for 2. He struck out swinging, and he flew out on an attempted bunt, and that pitch down low for ball 1 from Alsop. Ryan has thrown 84 total pitches through that pitch. Here's the pitch. Down the middle, called strike 1. 1-1 now the count to Olson. On deck is McNanny, and in the hole, Racher for the Academy Chargers. That pitch, checked his swing. He's asking, did he go? And the umpire's not going to ask the umpire down at first base. Ball 2. 2-1 now the count. The pitch from Alsop. Called strike 2. Caught the outside corner on a fastball. 2-2. Alsop working quickly. Here's the pitch. Got him in on his hands. He does foul it back. On a ground ball, foul backwards. So the count remains 2-2 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Olson steps back in. Alsop right back at it. Chased it, and it's a weak ground ball. Going to have to hurry. Throw over, not in time. Good job there by Matheson to come down the line towards home plate to catch that throw and keep him from going to second. But the infield single is a leadoff single on a chopper, slow chopper to Stokes, who really didn't have a chance. He made a throw over, but Olson had already gotten there. McNanny steps in. He is 1 for 2 with a walk and a single. Here's the pitch, high, ball 1. On deck is number 17, now catching, was the pitcher, Satish Racher. And he is off the hook as he left the mound with the 3-3 tie. That pitch right down the middle, called strike 1 by Alsop. So now on the hook is Gallardo. He gave up 4. Here's the pitch, called strike 2 inside half of the plate with a fastball. So 1-2 now. The count to McNanny. They got it exactly backwards on the big board out there. It's 1-2. Olson gets a pretty healthy lead over at first. Alsop takes a peek, but to the plate. And a little bit high for ball 2. 2-2 now to McNanny. Again, a decent lead over there for Olson. Alsop takes a peek now to the plate. It's a swing. It's going to ground ball. Double play chance here. Stokes doesn't get it there in time. He fielded it, stepped on second, and threw it across. Gets the force out, and that's out number 1. on the fielder's choice. His throw just not quite in time. It was hit just soft enough up the middle that it allowed him to get there on the run down to first base. And that's going to bring Satish Racher to the plate. He is 3 for 3 with a pair of doubles and a single. First pitch, called, strike one. Outside corner to the left-handed batter. Racher has all 3 runs batted in, and he's 3 for 3 from the plate. Here's the pitch, a little bit high, ball one, 1-1 now to Racher from Alsop. Wakefield, Silva, and Vandenberg left to right. Campos, Stokes, Brown, Matheson third to first with Holloway catching Alsop. Here's the pitch, inside. Boy, Goddard wanted that called. 2-1 now the pitch. It was a little bit inside, and that's where he called it. So 2-1 the count. McNanny getting his lead over at first. Here's the pitch. Same place, inside. And Goddard fans wanted that one. 3-1 now the count. Alsop back ready to go from the stretch. He says yes, takes a look over, comes set. Peek over, now to the plate. Strike right down the pipe. Full count now to Racher with 1 out. Bottom of the 7th, and Goddard leading 7-3. Again, Alsop comes set. Peeks over to first, to the plate. And that's just inside. Ball 4. Just inside. Tight strike zone. So runners at first and second. And Delaney will come to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He does have a sacrifice fly. He flew out to right field and struck out looking his second time, and then a sacrifice fly. Actually hit into a fielder's choice his first time up. Here's the pitch. Just inside. Ball 1. And Holloway's going to call time, go out and talk, and Stokes is going to come in and talk to him as well. So the 3 will meet there on the hill. Stokes and Alsop and Delaney. I looked at the batter, Holloway. Delaney's at the plate. So Alsop now up to 102 pitches here into the 7th. Pitched 6 1/3 innings and a time taken by the batter. So Delaney takes a step out. So everybody will reset. Batter back in. Alsop back onto the rubber in the stretch. He'll come set. Looks back at second. To the plate. Curveball called. Strike 1. 1-1 now the count. Alsop back ready to go. And the pitch. Swung on. Chopper foul down the left side for strike 2. So the count now 1-2. As left fielder Wakefield's going to go, started to and then stopped. Now he's going to go and get it. He'll toss it over to the guy going out from the dugout on the academy side. So the new ball out to Alsop as he steps back on. Runners at first and second is Racher and McNanny. And at the plate, Delaney with a 1-2 count, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul tip into the glove. Strike 3 on a good high fastball. And so down to their final out here, 2 down. 7-3 the Rockets lead. Runners at first and second for the Chargers as Alsop steps back on. And at the plate, Ryan Williams. He's 0 for 3. Alsop looks back at second, now the plate. Strike 1 called. Lower end on the inside half. 0-1 the count. Williams has struck out swinging and looking. He flew out once. Here's the pitch. Good curveball. Strike 2 on a big swing. Really a lot off of it compared to that first strike. And it curved 2. So 0-2 quickly to Williams. Now down to their final strike. 0-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swung on. It's hit well out to left field. Back. And it bounces over the fence. So only one run will score. Boy, looked like Wakefield might have had a chance. He reached out for it. Went over his glove, hit the ground, bounced over. So the 2-out ground rule double brings in 1 run. And that puts runners at second and third. And the tying run at the plate, it's 7-4. Runners at second and third, and Makoa Mukai at the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. He fouls that first one off to the left side and out of play. Bats from the left side. He struck out swinging his first time, walked his second time through, and then flew out his third time through. So with runners at second and third and 2 outs, 0-1 the pitch count. Here it is, high and away, ball 1. 1-1 now the count. Goddard leading 7-4. Chargers got 1 in here in the bottom half. They got 2 in scoring position. Swung on. That's a fly ball out to the left side. It's going to be foul. Can he get there? And he cannot. Boy, Wakefield was giving it everything to try to get there. Just kept tailing away that ball. The wind kind of blowing across that way. So it tailed away from him in left field. Foul ball, and that's strike 2 on Mukai. So 1-2 the count. As he steps back in, Alsop takes a look around at everybody. Now he's getting ready. Steps back on. He's going to go from the windup with runners at second and third. Here's the pitch. Swung on. He'll stay alive as he fouled it off to the left side again. Count remains 1-2. New ball out to Alsop. From the windup, he's in the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. And that is out number 3, strikeout swing, and the Goddard Rockets win 7-4. Academy got a run in the third, 2 in the fifth, and 1 here in the bottom of the 7th for 4 runs off of 8 hits. There was 1 error they committed, and they leave 7 runners stranded for the Goddard Rockets. Going the whole way was Ryan Alsop. He ends up throwing 113 total pitches, 74 for strikes, 39 for balls, and he gets the win. Taking the loss is Gallardo, as Racher went to catch. When Gallardo came in, it was all tied up, so he was off the hook. Gallardo takes the loss, and the Rockets get their runs, 2 in the first off of a big home run from the number 3 hitter, Cinco Holloway. Stokes led the ball game off with a single, and Holloway blasts him in. Then they get 1 in the second. They get 4 more in the 6th. Then they win total 7 runs, 9 hits. They had 1 error, and they leave 6 runners stranded. So the final score, Goddard 7 and Academy Chargers 4. So tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., it'll be the Goddard Rockets taking on the Cleveland Storm. And they'll be playing right here on the Consolation Championship on the Consolation bracket. Unfortunately, I will not get to cover that game because I'll be over covering Artesia, who are going to be playing Academy in the 7th, 8th place game on Field 2, the JV field, at 10 a.m. So both games at 10 a.m. So if you want to listen in and for the Artesia Bulldogs tomorrow morning, Artesia taking on Academy, 10 a.m. right here on KSVP Radio, KSVPTV.com. This is Joby Hodling saying, hope you have a great rest of your Good Friday and also a very happy Easter. But of course, we got one more ball game tomorrow here on KSVP as the Artesia Bulldogs and the Academy Chargers play at 10 a.m. in the morning. We'll see you then.
That concludes this presentation of sports on AM 990 and 93.7 FM KSVP. Sports on KSVP AM and FM is presented by Artesia Animal Clinic, Artesia Credit Union, Artesia Family Health Center, and Presbyterian Medical Services, Artesia Ford Sales, Artesia General Hospital, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, Artesia Police Department, Big O Tires, Bob Reed Pest Control, Buckhorn Productions, LLC, Business Notions, Kane Electric Supply, Central Valley Electric, Cisco Equipment, Deans Incorporated, Devon Energy, Dooley's Auto Sales, Edge Safety, ENMU Portales, and ENMU Roswell, Faith Baptist Church, Forest Tire, Guy Chevrolet, H&R Block of Artesia, Hermosa Church of Christ, HF Sinclair, Hawker & Sons, J&J Home Care, JS Ward, KFC of Artesia, La Fonda, Lois Oliver Real Estate, Poppin & Brown Dentistry, Pecos Valley Equipment, Pepsi, Pressure Services LLC, Primary Residential Mortgage, Richland Motors, Roger and Ramona Kilpatrick of Berkshire Hathaway Enchanted Lands, Roswell Seed Company, Smile Expressions, Southwest Printers, Sun Country Garden Center, Tate Branch of Artesia, Turpinning & Sons Mortuary, Trustmark Roofing, University of New Mexico, Wilbanks Trucking, and Sondy Stockton and State Farm of Artesia. Thanks for tuning into this presentation of sports on KSVP AM and FM. We now return you to your regular scheduled programming.
Because young adults are particularly vulnerable to serious complications from the H1N1 flu virus. That's why I'm urging people my age to get vaccinated. Vaccination is safe and is the most effective way to prevent the flu. Get the facts. Go to flu.gov. Together, we can all fight the flu.